Most forms of transport get moving by pushing against an outside object. The wheels of cars or trains push against the road or rail, and people get moving by pushing against the ground. But out in space, spaceships have nothing to push against. So they have to use a different principle. We can show this using an aluminium water bottle, a metal spike, some fishing line, and a heat source. This experiment will show how acceleration and movement can be achieved without any external forces or objects to push against. First, we drilled 2 holes 3/4 of the way down the bottle. These holes are on opposite sides. A spike is used to deform the metal around the holes so that the openings are angled. The 2 holes are angled the same way. We pour a small amount of boiling water into the bottle, and then screw on the top, which has a piece of fishing line attached. The bottle is now suspended from a clamp, high enough for a Bunsen burner to be placed underneath. We light the burner and wait for the water to return to the boil. When it does, the bottle starts to spin. When we remove the Bunsen burner, the bottle slows to a stop. And when we replace the Bunsen burner, it begins to spin again. The experiment showed how it is possible to produce movement without anything external to push against. The bottle is suspended by a piece of fishing line, which allows it to rotate freely. As the water boils, it turns into steam, which fills the bottle. As the steam continues to be produced, it is forced from the bottle through the 2 holes in the side. As the jets of steam condense, they become visible. Because these holes are bent, the jets do not come out at right angles to the side, but at a tangent. As the jets of steam are forced from the bottle, it begins to spin. This is because of Newton's third law, which states, for every force, there is an equal and opposite reaction force. As the steam is forced out of each hole, this action force produces an equal and opposite reaction force on the bottle itself. The reaction forces from each steam jet combine to rotate the bottle. The rotational force, or torque, provided by the steam jets will continue as long as there is water boiling in the bottle providing steam. After running for a while, we remove the heat and the rotational force caused by the steam jets is removed. Newton's third law explains how rockets work in space. Fuel is burned, which causes gases to be ejected at high speed from the engines. The rocket pushes on the exhaust gases, and the gases push back on the rocket. The force that propels these gases backwards results in an equal and opposite reaction force, which propels the rocket forwards.